it's magic. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got...
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Throwing, Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready, black 25. Check 53, black. And we're pretty quiet here. Green, triple T. Let's go.
To throw again on second down, Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Winston. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To the air again with Winston. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Winston on 3rd and 2. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Move on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One.
Play action now. Mariota. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.J. Nelson. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. So they're fired out. That's a big game. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I... do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get in the weight room.
Now Mariota. Caught by Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get him.
From the gun, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Let's go.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jameis to throw it. And Stills bringing it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Winston now. It's complete. Stills. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Kamara running right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready? Blue ready. 58, come on. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On third down, Winston. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
50. Ready? Blue ready. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
First down, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On second down, Winston again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Flip, flip. 53, come on. 53, easy. He don't know no better. Check. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? Black 22. Stop your body. Let's go.
Third and goal, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running from the gun, Johnson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the catch made by Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. This is caught. It's Cooks. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
57 to Mike.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota, he gets it to Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mariota, he gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
It's a part of that. Jim. One.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Winston now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And here's note, when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And Stills over the middle. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Three. Big ass.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of...
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, I got him. That's me. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Got you. One.
Play fake. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 27, Mariota eluding the pressure right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Off the play fake, Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
53 to Mike. 53.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Gets it to Gordon. Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, 49ers. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. 1, 56,
Mariota to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play, Mariota to Davis. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Anthony Sherman His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go,
the Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, San Francisco.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaq Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy.
Number 53, Mike 53. In your face.
Here's Winston. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, check, 53, Army. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Stay with you.
To throw Mariota. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Right there, 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 56 from
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Tackle made by Deshaun Shedd. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. It's complete. Stills. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
7, let's get it to Murphy.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Spot. No. Sunday.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Check. Fresno.
Hey, stop. Hey, even. Twist. Here we go.
Kamara trying again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
52's the mark, boys. 52.
Wait. Get that quarterback, D-line. Easy.
Hey, Mike 52.
Winston to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
From the 1-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They run, it's Kamara, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Here we go.
Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the 49ers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My sons, bag of bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag of bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't give me. I
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way.